Hi, welcome to my kitchen. I'm Carrie Usselman, and as promised, I am going to show you how to make a really yummy plant-based burger out of the pulp from the almond milk that we all made this morning. So I have that pulp right here, and what I'm going to use as a binder is a tablespoon of chia seeds. So I'm going to put that in, and I'm also going to add a half a cup of water. So while I'm doing everything else, this has a little bit of time to mix, and I'm grabbing a fork because I forgot that. All right, I guess I grabbed a spoon. So you want to mix the chia in with the almond milk. So if you can see right here, it kind of forms a thicker paste, but not as thick as the almond pulp itself. It needs a little moisture. So I'm going to set that there, and I chopped up about 2 tablespoons of onion. I'm going to add that, let that meld, and then you can really be creative. I like to add some kind of greens. You could shred a carrot if you want, but I'm just going to cut some. This is arugula and spinach, and these are the greens that I have in my fridge right now. I also have my pan warming, so when I'm all ready to put this in, my pan is nice and hot. All right, so do a little chopping here of your greens. I'm gonna take this, put that in, and get rid of this cutting board. And I love using garlic. And especially now, garlic is such a great immune booster. So I peeled a clove. I can't tell you how many garlic presses I have. My screens and the handle's just broken off. I have no affiliation with Pampered Chef whatsoever, but this is a Pampered Chef garlic press, and I have had it for years without any breakage. So I'm putting a little garlic in there. I have onion. What I'm really encouraging you to do is to trust your instincts. So this is a little pink salt, and I'll show you up close if you can see that. And that's what I am going to put in there. And I have some Bragg's liquid aminos, and my guess is that I'll probably put a teaspoon in. And my son gave me this hot sauce, and it's actually, I've made this burger before, and it's not really that hot, but it gives it a little nice zest. So I just put a couple shakes in there, and now I'm going to stir it all together. I use my hands a lot. I grew up with my grandma and Grandpa Usselman, actually, and my grandma and Grandpa Paul. My Grandpa Paul died when I was little, so I didn't really get to know her that well, but my grandpa, my mom's dad, was a chef. And my dad's parents were bakers, so I grew up with a lot of inspiration. I just didn't know that I like creating in the kitchen then. So now my dough is made, and I like to taste. Okay, that has really nice flavor. I use my hands, I just wash them. This is gonna make two lovely burgers. So I'm gonna put half the pulp. And remember, it's being held together by the chia, and it has these beautiful greens. And woo, that was a little hot. My pan's on medium. And I'm putting the next one in here like this. Oh, and just so you know, I added some avocado oil to the pan, and this is actually my grandma's pan. And I she's with me all the time in the kitchen. So the pan was warmed, little avocado oil, the burgers are in place, and also what I like to do, I cut up a little broccoli earlier, so since this is my dinner, I'm going to add some broccoli. So I just kind of put that on the side of the burgers and let that cook as the burgers cook. And I'm going to turn the pan down just a little bit. And in a moment, I will flip them over. You'll see me do that. I'm going to cut out the time in between, and eventually we'll put it on a plate, and you can see what that looks like. All right, it's about time to flip. It had a minute A couple minutes on each side. There we go. I'm going to just stir that broccoli up a little bit. It's getting very lovely. And you can get this, you can make these crispier. These burgers are not the kind of burger that you're going to bite into and it's going to stay together. It's probably going to fall apart. But the flavor profile is amazing. It's really, really tasty. It's high in protein. It's high in calcium. Lots of beautiful nutrients. And then you have the fresh greens and the medicinal properties of the garlic and the enhanced flavor of a little bit of onion. Pink salt. When I say, there's a lot of different kinds of pink salts. My favorite pink salt is from Premier Research Labs. It's exquisite. And the pink actually comes from the rocks in the lava in Hawaii. And then there is combined salts with the Mediterranean Sea. And I think they have a new blend that uses some of the salt from Salt Lake. So there we go. Braggs, if you're not familiar with Braggs, I'm just going to talk a little bit why these are cooking. If you're not familiar with Braggs aminos, they are made from soy, so if you do have a soy allergy, you can skip this altogether, or you can use coconut aminos. Braggs liquid aminos has a similar taste to soy sauce without the preservatives and the additives. So it's a very healthy choice, and it's a full broad spectrum aminos. That's why I like to use it. As I said earlier, I am cooking these burgers in avocado oil, so you can use this at a very high heat, and it doesn't destroy the quality of the oil. And then this was just a sauce, as I mentioned, and I'm so proud of my boys. They really look at their ingredients, and I have to say that for this sauce, there's no junk in it. So we added that. Here's the chia. I use chia all the time. I'll be teaching you how to make a chia pudding, which is pretty simple. Okay, time to flip one more time. I'm just going to test the heat. And really, there's nothing raw in here, so you just really need to warm them. So I'm going to turn off the burner, and now as you can see, I'm going to put them on a plate, and these crackers are actually made from almond pulp, which I will show you how to make at some point too. The cucumbers left over from my lunch and the last of the sprouts. So we have a lot to learn together, and here we go. I'm going to start with one burger and a little bit of broccoli. Oh, I forgot to season the broccoli. So I really do like using Braggs. I'm just going to give it a little bit. Stir it just a little bit. My burger fell apart. And here we go. Another really lovely way to eat these burgers is in a lettuce wrap. Like, you use a piece of romaine lettuce and put that in there, and there you go. We have a beautiful plant-based burger that's a little bit crumbly. Don't eat it in a bun. Some sliced cucumbers from my lunch that have some nice little yumminess dressing, but the focus is on the burger. And then the crackers, where I've also used nut milk, and the broccoli. So let's taste this. All right, I'm going to take a little bit. I wish somebody were here to taste it with me, but okay. The flavor of this is lovely. So if you choose to make it with these ingredients, you will not be disappointed in the flavor. So thanks for joining me.